So today we're going to be doing a video that I have done, I think 3 years ago or something like that. And it was the stacking containers. And to this day is the most popular video on this channel. So let's get into it because I have found a way to make this work in V4. And it's easier than you would expect. I have done this in a previous video when I showed the interactions, but I just glazed over it a little bit. So this is a dedicated video for the stacking containers effects. Let's get into it. All right, so we are going to be building only with atomic elements. This effect can be built with only atomic elements. So let's get into it. And I will right away add a flexbox container. And I have gotten this question before. What is the difference between a flexbox and a div block? And I honestly thought that this functionality, but I take it back. It is not. And I think Elementor has added the div block as well because of the mental model from other tools. Like, for example, Webflow. In Webflow, you have this div block element, which is used mostly as a wrapper, not necessarily for its functionality. Yeah. So inside the flexbox, you would add a div block. Nevertheless, they both output the same clean one div markup. So there's no difference in that sense, as well as I said, functionality. So you can use whichever you want, but I will make my own rule here, and I will only use flexbox for the main sections whenever I build something. And then I will add div blocks inside for, different elements, styling and stuff like that. Now, if you have a different opinion and if you think that this should be done differently, please let us know in the comments below. We're all here to learn together. And yeah, let's get into it. As I said, I'm gonna add a flexbox container and just drop it in there. So I'm going to go to layout first of all. And as you can see, the display by default is set to flexbox. I'm going to set the direction column and justify content, center, and align center as well. Now I'm gonna close this because honestly, I love this about the new V4. You don't have this visual noise in your sidebar where you can just simply close one of these settings and move on to the next one, which we're going to be doing. So I'm gonna go to size and I am going to set this to be 100%. Percent, and I'm gonna set the height to 300 VH, and I'm gonna close it. Okay, so maybe you're wondering why I have set the height to 300. Because we're going to be having 3 containers in here. So the parent height equals the number of cards. As simple as that. If the parent is too short, the last card will not have enough scroll room to fully stack. Anyway, so let's move on. Now, if we have 4 containers, then we have a height of 400 VH. All right, let's move on to position because this is the second most important thing in this effects building. And we're gonna go and select the position. And now we have quite a few more to select from, but we're gonna go with the sticky one because obviously on scroll, the parent container needs to stick to the top while we bring into view the next containers. So that's it. There's nothing else to set here. I'm gonna simply publish. So let's move on to the next step. So we're gonna add a child container in here. And as I said at the beginning, we're gonna add a div block. I'm gonna drop the div block in here. All right, so basically the layout in here is going to be exactly the same as the parent container. And now this is what I'm doing, but it depends very much on what you want to add inside of this div block or flexbox if you're gonna use a flexbox, which you can. Okay. So I'm just going to set the same settings, but just letting you know that you can actually make it your own here. Basically, this is just a base effect. Yeah, you can build on it and you can expand on it. So I'm gonna set this to 100 VH, minimum height 100 VH. Okay. So you're probably also wondering why I used mean height instead of just height. Well, mean height means basically be this tall, but grow if you need more space. So use mean height so your content never gets cut off, okay? All right, let's close this. Let's go to position. We're gonna set the position to be sticky, and we're gonna set the index, Z index, to be 1. And I'm going to just add inside this heading so we know which card we're talking about, because we're simply going to duplicate this. There's no point in building the same card again. We're just simply going to change the Z index and maybe the color of the background so it's like nicer. Card 1, and let's go to style, and let's go to typography. And I have here some variables have saved for setting the colors of the background. So I'm gonna set it to this. I'm not gonna style it too much. Let's just do something quick. Yeah, and font size, let's say to REM. Oops, I think we need more than that. Yeah, okay, I think that is good. All right, so I'm gonna also set the background of this card to whatever color. Let's go with this one. Or what else do we have here? Let's go with this one. Yeah, this is a very unfortunate combination, to be honest. Let me just change this. I don't like the mustard on this. All right, so I'm gonna publish. And what I will do next is I'm going to duplicate this and set this to card 2. Go to the container itself, go to position, and change this to be 2, sorry. And I'm gonna duplicate this as well. Open, change this to 3, and then go to the container again, go to position and set it to 3. I'm gonna publish. So let's go to have a quick preview. I have added just a simple container at the top to have some, something to land on before. So let's just scroll, and then we stick, and we stick. Let me just add different backgrounds to these cards so you can see them better as you scroll. So I'm gonna go to change this to this, and this one to, let's see, something else, baby blue. All right, so let's have another look. How cool is that? It is extremely easy, yeah? So keep in mind what I said about the parent container's height. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. As I said, if I am wrong about something, please correct me. Let me know if you have a different opinion or you know better, because you might. And let's learn together, and let's have a positive attitude. I will leave a link in the description to this effect so you can play around with it to see how it is. I've also added Lenny's to my website. I always have Lenny's on any website that I use because it adds that smoothness to the website. I simply prefer it. You can dial it up, dial it down if you want. It doesn't have to be super smooth. It is up to you. So yeah, there you go. If you'd like to see what else you can build with Elementor, watch this playlist here or here. And if you have gotten any value out of this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.